Hello everyone, we appreciate you taking the time to have a look at our crowdfunding campaign for the upcoming action short horror film SCP Breach. My name is James T. Clement, and I am the writer and director of our first foray into the SCP universe, SCP KETER. The story of SCP Breach takes place in the fictional universe of the Scpfoundation, a fictional non-governmental organization whose sole purpose for existing is to ensure that civilization and the world in general are protected from dangerous and sometimes unexplainable phenomena and entities, referred to by the Foundation as anomalies. In addition to protecting humanity from these dangerous entities, they are also charged with protecting the anomalies themselves from falling into the clutches of other organizations who mean to use them to make gains for their organization. The SCP Foundation itself could be thought of as a mix-up between the X-Files and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Born on the SCP Wiki, the SCP Foundation is an internet collaborative work, an ongoing creation with endless possibilities for storytellers and creators to make great fictional narratives for the world to enjoy. The SCP Foundation itself served as the stage for our first related film, as mentioned before, SCP KETER, which followed Agent Virgil Verlice and his Mobile Task Force Unit Epsilon 6 Team 1 as they investigated a violent and strange murder that contained all the hallmarks of a dangerous anomaly on the loose and causing chaos. Taking some of its cues from existing SCP lore, SCP Breach tells the story of a containment breach within one of the SCP secure facilities and the carnage that would follow. Agent Verlice and some of his surviving team happened to be at this facility undergoing debrief from the deadly mission that they had just returned from in SCP KETER. This is when the breach occurs. The core of this story is the struggle of a man who stands at a crossroads in his life. After the breach, Verlice will be forced to muster the strength to rise up and escort defenseless Foundation members through the deadly containment breach and to safety, all while avoiding other anomalies also released from their cells by the destruction caused by the breach itself. That is, if Agent Verlice can rise to the occasion. SCP Breach is the story of one of the most dangerous anomalies in containment at the Foundation, SCP-106, also known as the Old Man. A being best described as nothing, if not pure evil. A creature that the Foundation cannot technically contain, despite their best efforts to do so. Lore tells us that from time to time, SCP-106 will become bored, and using one of the portals it can summon at will anywhere at any time, leaves its containment cell and sets out across the facility, wreaking as much havoc as it possibly can. In our story, SCP-106 will target yet another dangerous anomaly in containment at the same facility, SCP-096, also known as the Shy Guy, a creature of unknown origin that spends all of its time cowering and hiding its face from the world, weeping uncontrollably. But if you ever lock eyes with it, nothing will stop it from coming and taking you. And when SCP-106 faces off against SCP-096, chaotic and destructive events are set into motion, and every life within the facility, and frankly beyond it, are now in grave danger. SCP Breach tells the story of these events, all the while leaving the viewer wondering how can anyone within the Foundation possibly hope to get control of this volatile situation. My time working in narrative film and television now spans back what to me feels like a staggering duration of time, 38 years now in fact. In that time I have completed several feature films and series, many of which you can see on my YouTube channel right now. My involvement with the SCP Foundation began with our newest film, SCP KETER. SCP Breach as a story includes a fair amount of special and visual effects as well as stunt work as we follow the unfolding breach within the facility. Our goal is to build several facility sets in combination with on-location shooting to create the facility within the story. As for the special effects in this film, we are big fans of practical effects when they are possible. My personal philosophy on CGI effects is that they would only be implied when they are appropriate and absolutely necessary. SCP Breach will have a classic creature feel to it as a result of focusing on the practicals with limited use of CGI. A great deal of the budget we are raising for this film will be dedicated to the art department, which will be creating the sets, as well as creating all the effects within the film. As for the remainder of the budget, it will be distributed to several aspects of this film. Far too many to list off here, but I will include items from the list below. SCP Breach will feature the return of the entire surviving cast of SCP KETER. Our team will have to align themselves with other SCP security forces at the facility to escort important SCP personnel out of harm's way, as well as attempt to get control of the breach itself. Returning for this film will be Gabriella Woods as Jones, Colby Michael Burns as Collymore, and James Julian Rojas Taylor, but the newest cast member for this film might be the most exciting one yet. James Fitzgerald, who portrayed Dr. Daniels in Klay Abele's SCP short film 096, and we are very excited to have him on board. Overall, I believe that we have crafted a tale that will be exciting, fun, and action-packed, and that will positively add to the lore of the SCP Foundation. We look forward to bringing this film to you, and we hope you will join us in this endeavor. Our goal is to simply give you, the fans of the SCP Foundation, another great ride, just like the films that have come before it. Thank you so much for your consideration of joining our crowdfunding campaign for SCP Breach. We're all very excited to truly get started on this film and get it out to you as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for your attention, and if you would, take a moment, go check out SCP KETER. It'll give you a little bit of an idea of what's coming.
To any site security personnel receiving this transmission, this is Dr. Atkins. I'm trapped with members of my team in our lab. Power is sporadic. Autolock gates have been activated, leaving us trapped. Current alarms seem to indicate some form of containment breach. We require immediate assistance and escort from our current location. Sub-level 4 in the 096 lab. Please, respond with speed. This is Dr. Daniels. God help us all.